Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be using some new Pokemon like Honchkrow, Torterra, and Flygon, and they're actually pretty good in the Ultra League. So we do actually get a 4-win with this new team I've created, so watch to the end to see that. And with that being said, let's get on with today's video. Alright guys, for the first round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Charizard. So Charizard is a fire and flying type Pokemon, meaning both of us will do neutral damage. He actually does have Fire Spin as his fast move, which is a fire type fast move. This Sky attack loads up pretty fast with, for Honchkrow, if you do have Snarl as your fast move. Peck is also another good move, but it loads your charge move up pretty slowly. So I will actually shield it here since it will be a blast bird maybe. Oh, it was actually a dragon claw. That would have done barely any damage, and I wasted kind of a shield there. So I will throw in the Sky attack right here. If this does go through, it will feint him, but I think he does shield this. And he actually does shield that. I won't shield this right here, so we can be even with shields. I shouldn't have shield earlier, so then he wouldn't have shield now, because he probably mirrored me. So right here, it just comes to whose fast move does more damage, and of course Fire Spin does more. So I will swap out to that Flygon and get ahead on energy. I am using double moves with my Flygon, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. So he does swap out to a Gardevoir, which fully counters my Flygon since Gardevoir is a Psychic and Fairy type Pokemon. Fairy types are super effective against Dragon types. So I would have to swap out to Torterra right here, but he does swap out to a Obstagoon. So Obstagoon is another Dark and Normal type Pokemon, meaning this Stone Edge would feint him. If he doesn't shield, it would feint him. But if he does shield, it would be really good since my Flygon would be able to get ahead on energy and possibly get a Earthquake on his Gardevoir. That's what I was planning to do, so I wouldn't have shield any right here. If he does underfarm right here, I don't think he could. It will probably feint. Yep, it actually did feint me. So I am going to throw in one Dragon Claw, then go in for the farm down with my Mud Shot for my Flygon. So Dragon Claw and Earthquake would do neutral damage to the Obstagoon, and it would do so much damage to him. So I do throw in the Dragon Claw right here. I'm not gonna underfarm him since there's no point, because he will still have enough health for me to get Earthquake. Yep, 1 shot, 2 shot, and 3 shot, and 4 shot until I get that Earthquake. He just swap out to his Gardevoir, and I instantly take out the Earthquake on his Gardevoir. This will one-shot his Gardevoir, even with the health that his Gardevoir has right now. It does one-shot, allowing me to get that first round win. Good game to my opponent. For the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Venusaur. So Venusaur is a grass and poison type Pokemon, meaning this is such a good counter for my Honchkrow, since Honchkrow does have Sky Attack, and Sky Attack will do super effective damage against grass type Pokemon, which was why he did swap out to this Dragonite. So he does actually not shield, and that Sky Attack does so much damage to him. I will actually just stick on the 1v1. And I will shield it here since it will do probably a good amount of damage. It will probably be a Dragon Claw. Oh, it was actually an Outrage. So I won't throw in the Sky Attack, but instead go for the farm down with my Snarl. Let's see which Pokemon he swaps out to next. He does swap out to a Swampert. So Swampert is a really strong Pokemon. Honchkrow cannot go up against him. This Sky Attack will probably do so much damage. Yep, it did half of his health, but he sadly did not shield. I will save the extra Sky Attack for his Venusaur, since it will probably come in handy. I do swap out to that Torterra, since my Torterra does have Razor Blade, or Razor Leaf, as his fast attack, which does double super effective damage. Swampert is a water and ground type Pokemon, so he does swap back out to his Venusaur, and sadly I did not get that Earthquake. That would have done probably half his health maybe, so I do have to swap out to that Flygon. Both of us will do neutral damage towards each other, so I won't actually shield. Oh, let's go. It was actually a Sludge Bomb. So since Flygon is a ground and dragon type Pokemon, Sludge Bomb was a poison type, and poison types are not very effective against ground types. That's why I did neutral, not very effective damage. So I will throw in another Dragon Claw right here, and yeah. So I think his final Pokemon was a Swampert, I think. Yeah, I think that it was. So he actually does shield right here. My Honchkrow still has a Sky Attack in the back, so that's really good still. So this Dragon Claw will come in, and I think he does shield this. Yeah, he actually does shield that. He is left with no more shields. I am not gonna throw in the Sky Attack yet. Actually, I think I do lose this round because I should have done thrown the Sky Attack in. Because if you guys see closely, I actually have 2 Sky Attacks loaded up, and I didn't see that. I only thought that I had 1, allowing me to lose that second round. Good game to my opponent. For the third round, my opponent's first Pokemon is I actually don't even know what that Pokemon's name is. Oh, it's a Beartic. So Beartic is only Ice type Pokemon, and I think he does have Charm as his fast move. Charm is such a strong move, as you guys saw how much damage that Charm did to my Honchkrow, since Charm is a fairy type Pokemon. I mean move actually, and Honchkrow is a dark type and flying type Pokemon. Fairy types are super effective against dark types, and even fairy types as a neutral damage to my Torterra did so much damage against my Torterra. So I did have to shield that his charge move from his Beartic. So I will throw in the Stone that just will instantly faint him. Oh, sadly he actually shielded, which is okay. Sadly, I also do get farmed down right here. He is half health, but he did get a farm down on me. This probably will be a Aqua Tail, so I'm not gonna shield it here. Yep, it was an Aqua Tail. It did a good amount of damage. Honchkrow has a good amount of health, but its defense is not so good. It's like super glassy, but a lot of health. So I do throw in the Sky Attacker here. He does shield. And let's see, he is left with no more shields actually. He did get another farm down. I won't have to shield any of his attacks for my Flygon, I think. But I think this could be a Twister, which would do super effective damage. If it is an Aqua Tail, that would be bad. Oh, it was actually an Aqua Tail. I will throw in the Dragon Claw after I load up to my Earthquake. That's just to get enough energy from his Gyarados, since he doesn't do that much damage to my Flygon. So that's good. His Gyarados does end up going down, and I will throw in the Earthquake right here. His final Pokemon is a Gigalith. That's really good for us because this Earthquake will absolutely destroy him. He got one-shotted right there, allowing me to get that third round win. Good game to my opponent. For the fourth round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Empoleon, so this is a not so good matchup against my Honchkrow. Since Honchkrow does have Snarl, it does neutral damage. His Empoleon does have Waterfall as his fast move, which does so much neutral damage against my Honchkrow. The Sky Attack will do barely any damage. Yep, it did not very effective damage, but it did get him halfway, so I will have to shield right here, or otherwise my Honchkrow will faint. And I think I do swap out to a Torterra. That would be the best swap, I think, or to my Flygon. My Flygon would have done super effective damage, but Torterra would be safer since it does have neutral damage against that Empoleon. So he does swap out back to his Blaziken. So Blaziken does have Blast Burn. It's totally fine since I was planning to swap out to that Flygon to try and get ahead on energy. If he does shield this, it would be really good for us. So I won't underfarm for this because he probably will shield, and I do get a shield off, which is nice. Flygon with Mudshot is super good because his charge moves go up so fast. Even though Mudshot does barely any damage as its fast move, the thing is that if you have double moves with like Earthquake or Earth Power, sadly I didn't get the Community Day move for Flygon Earth Power. I don't think it even was a Community Day move. I think it was only an Elite TM. but I will have to shield it here since it will do a good amount of damage, and it was a focus blast actually. So I will throw in my Dragon Claw actually. This will do not very effective damage and barely any damage, but it's okay since it will probably faint him or get close to fainting him. Come on. Oh, he actually does have another one. I could not get the earthquake. Oh, that was a waste, but at least my Honchkrow does have enough energy for another sky attack. I will go for the farm down on his Blaziken. He has 1 HP, yeah. Let's see if his final Pokemon is a grass type. Yup, it is a Venusaur. So let's see if the sky attack will one-shot him. Let's try and get that. Excellent. The sky attack is a flying type move. Oh, and it couldn't one-shot. Will I be able to get to the end of the sky attack? Let's go! I did get to the end of the sky attack. 1 HP left on my Honchkrow. This will faint him, allowing me to get the 4th round win. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, for the 5th and final round, my opponent's first Pokemon is an Aerodactyl. As you guys see from that Pokemon background, it did start to snow here, but I do charge up to a sky attack right here. This will do some not very effective damage. Its Aerodactyl is a rock and flying type Pokemon. Flying type moves or Pokemon do not very effective damage against rock type Pokemon. So I will have to show later since it probably will be a rock type move, and it was actually a rock slide. So the good thing about Snarl once again is that it charges up super fast. It's like a machine gun almost, but this will do a good amount of damage. And yeah, even for not very effective damage, I did pretty good damage. It did him halfway. If he does Shielder here, then that would be even better, since I could just swap out to my Flygon and go for the farm down, and he does not shield, which is okay. This allows me to see his second Pokemon, which is a Mug. So that's really good. I will actually swap out to my Flygon since I do counter his poison type moves, since Flygon is a dragon and ground type Pokemon. So that Earthquake will absolutely demolish that Mug. Since it's not an Alolan Mug, it is only the poison type. So he does swap out to a Roserade, and I will swap back out to Torterra. So this is really good. Will I be able to get to that Earthquake, that Stone Edge? That's the question. But yeah, the only problem with Torterra is that it's really bulky, does good amount of damage. But if you wanted to do good amount of damage, you would have to change your fast move to Razor Leaf. I took that advantage, but instead my charge moves will charge up so slow. It's so slow. So I will throw in the Dragon Claw and try to get a farm down on his Roserade. I do neutral damage against his Roserade, while he does neutral damage as well. So I will be able to get to that Earthquake. I do have 1 shield left, 1 more Mud Shot, and I will get to that Earthquake. Earthquake would one-shot his Mug. It would one-shot him. Even with full health, it would one-shot him. So it was only an Acid Spray. That's a defense debuff. And I do throw in that Earthquake right here. This will do such a good amount of damage, allowing me to get that 5th round win. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, so that will actually be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please consider dropping a like, subscribing, and turning notifications on. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.